What up, y'all? The Kill Quarter Snapchat starts now. So excited to answer these questions. Let's get to it. Okay, Twitter handle Phobsis asked, have you ever thought of or already have lyrics for your song Renegade? Okay, to be honest, I have never thought about it because I've always thought about it as an instrumental piece, but maybe I should think about it. I'm not sure. We'll see. Let me think about that. Okay, question from Susan Van Dale. I think I'm saying it right. I'm not necessarily sure, but I hope so. She asked, do you feel more pressure to perform after winning the Grammy? You know what? I don't think we feel any more pressure to perform. I think we just want to do the best we can regardless. But it's just cool to know that the Grammy validates what we've done. So it's been okay. So Twitter question from number one Contralto. I love that name. Asked, how would you feel about a collab with Real Snarky Puppy? Oh my. Yes. Yes. Okay, so Twitter question from Oakley FT PTX featuring, I'm not sure, but it says, what's the highest note you can sing? I don't know. I just woke up, to be completely honest, so I don't think very high right now. Nope, not right now. There's nothing. But wait, I wanted to finish that one. When I can't sing, maybe I'll try it and I'll let y'all know. Okay, so Facebook question from Shinjini Roy. How did you convince your parents that you wanted to pursue music? Coming from a background of academic excellence, I'm sure that I get to finish that last thing, but it says, I'm sure that must have been difficult. And it was. It was very difficult to convince them, but I showed them that what I was doing was very different and unique. And I think that's what ultimately won them over. Okay, so from Twitter, Scott is flawless. That's hilarious. I love it. Does it feel weird being out of the studio and off tour for a while, or do you didn't get to finish that one? Do we still write songs? It doesn't. I feel like for myself, I'm continuously writing all the time because I just love songwriting in general. Also, I get really inspired by being in new places, which is really awesome because I get to listen to new music and I just get more ideas for what could be cool. Okay, Facebook question from Flave Gupion. I'm sorry if I'm murdering these names, guys. Forgive me. On the EP, what's the song I'm most proud of? You know, I think it would be Renegade because it was a hard song to write, but I'm so happy that it finally came together after 2 years of work. Okay, so question from PTX Addiction: In and Out or Chipotle? Oh, don't give me that question. That's hard. But because I'm trying to be healthy, I guess Chipotle. Okay, question from XXRBJXX. I know you. Good seeing you. Do you ever read fan fictions with you in them? If not, how do you feel about there being stories of you? First of all, I didn't even really know that there were fan fictions about me personally, so I'd like to read some and see what they say. Okay, so question from Peyton Risner. Forgive me if I'm butchering the name again. Who were some of my musical inspirations as a child? Oh man, I listened to a lot of Jacqueline Dupre, the cellist. Daniel Barenboim is a pianist. I listened to a lot of smooth jazz because of my parents. Finished that one. So like Jim Brickman. I listened to a lot of Dave Koz also and Kenny G, just because that's what my parents love to listen to. Okay, so question from Juhi Janet Park. What is your next goal as an artist? That's a really good question. You know what? I'm trying to understand how to write songs for myself. I've been taking a lot of voice lessons. Let me finish that one. I have been taking a lot of voice lessons, and so I want to start writing music for my voice. And so, I'm really inspired by people like Sting, Phil Collins, will.i.am, Jay-Z, Quincy, those people that could just write lots of music for themselves. Okay, so Twitter question from K Morris 2609. Is this a shirt that I would ever wear? You are awesome. First of all, I have never seen anything like that. Lord Voldemort. Maybe. I'd have to think about it. It's real. Okay, so Facebook question from Isabel Gaston. Could you say Isabel Gaston rocks and is really awesome and post it on Facebook? Well, Isabel, you rock and you're awesome. Rock, rock, awesome, awesome, rock. So that's for you, girl. Okay, Twitter question from Penta Ute. I love that. That is hilarious. Out of everything you could have done, what drove you to beatboxing and playing the cello? You know what? My mom tricked me into playing cello, and the beatboxing is just something I kind of did out of just very, very randomly, but I kind of grew up doing it. Okay, question from Hannah Victorinova. What was your first impression of Scott, Mitch, Kirsty, and Avi? Okay, Scott I thought was really tall and very funny. Mitch, extremely sassy. Kirsty, I thought she was very sweet. Avi, I thought he was very passionate and intense. And let me clarify the Avi one because the thing is, right after rehearsal, we went straight to In and Out, and Avi was like, "Bro, we're gonna be the best friends. We're going to be amazing." I was just like, "Bruh, we literally just met each other maybe 3 hours ago." But you know what? That intensity and passion and love has gotten us so far. So, love you, Avi. Okay, question from Allington. What is your key to being confident when you feel like you're useless? Well, that's a very good question. I think what I've learned is that everybody has their wheelhouse, everybody has their strength, and then other people they can complement your weaknesses, and that's what makes a really good team. And I think that's what Pentatonics is. You know, we all have our strengths and weaknesses, but bringing all those together has made us a very strong team. Okay, Twitter question from Penta Eat My. Uh, have you cried at any of the new songs? You know what? I've gotten emotional from some of the songs. Actually, one of them's in the documentary, so you can go check it out there. I won't tell you which one it is, though. Question from Cassandra Morale 6. Have you ever experienced writer's block when songwriting? If so, how did you get over it? Oh my goodness, I literally just had this problem in Japan. Honestly, I just take time. Like, if I don't know, I'll just put the piece away and I'll just think about it later. And sometimes that's when I get the most inspiration. Because, for example, in Japan, there's a song that I've been writing for a while in my head. And then I woke up at 6 a.m. and I don't know if it was jet lag, but all of a sudden I was like, uh oh, I have the ending, I have the chorus, let me put it down. And so it was very, very exciting. So it just takes some time. Okay, I love this. From Katarina 1D on Twitter. On a scale of 1 to gato gato, how much would you rate your love for Indonesia? Ma'am, I love Indonesia more than a lot of things in life. The food is very good. And the fans are very sweet. We love y'all. All right, Twitter question from Lil Miss Superfruit. Who is your swole inspiration? The swole inspiration. That's hilarious. I love this question. Okay, this might. I don't know if this is weird, but I really love Kevin Hart's Instagram because he's always working out in it and he's so consistent on that. So probably The Rock, uh, Idris Elba, um, Arnold Schwarzenegger, probably those. This is an interesting question from Facebook, Bailey Green. What brand of cello do you have? It's a Yamaha SVC 110 silent. I love it. That's the one I use on tour all the time because it's very easy to use. The sound guys love it because it's easy to control. Yeah, it's really awesome. Okay, Facebook question from Jennifer Leanne Graham. What is your strategy for arranging music? Honestly, I think for the band or for myself, I think it's understanding my strengths and then trying to bring out the essence of the piece through the strengths that I have or the band. All right, question from Lucy Evans 97. How do you cope with releasing your own content and PTX originals at the same time? How do you balance it? Ma'am, that is not an easy thing. Um, just lots of time management and just scheduling as best as you can. It's really difficult to do two things at one time because you're kind of in two kind of modes of thinking. But I think you just have to kind of turn on those modes when you have the time. It's the best way I can do it. So, question from Twitter. Shilling Slays. I love that name. It's funny. How long did it take for you to complete your Renegade EP? Ooh, I started the process in 2013. I didn't realize I was writing an album then. So, but I from then till didn't realize I ran out of time. But from then until the end of 2014, beginning of 2015. So about a year and a half of just thinking. But I'm glad I got to put it out, and I'm glad I made it. I think it's the beginning of something, and I'm really excited to continue developing it. All right, question on Twitter from Graced with PTX. I like that name. That's cool. Whose idea was it to film the documentary for the On My Way Home tour? Actually, it was our manager, Jonathan Calter, and we love him so much. He had the idea early this past year, and we really enjoyed it, so we thought we'd do it. So if you want to find him, if you just tweet JK3000, I'm sure he would love the influx of Twitter messages. So I feel like that last one ended weird. I'm going to say, so tweet him. Uh-huh.